Hi there, it's Anil Puri from 9 Pillars. I'm sure you already know that to build a great business, you need a great team. So today I'm going to share with you our 5-step team performance model. So stay tuned, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so up on the board, I've drawn up our 5-step team performance model. All right, so it looks like there's a lot of content on the board there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm just going to take you through it very quickly and just explain what the 5 steps are. And funnily enough, the last step is where we generally start first. Okay, so the first thing we do with clients is work out what the priorities are. Okay, so they could have marketing priorities, look at strategic reviews, there could be financial management priorities. But for those that have team as a priority, or when we get to that stage where we start working with a team, this is the model that we use. Okay, so I'll just take you through very quickly. The first step is just getting the foundations right. And that is where we make sure that the business owner is clear on the vision they have for the business, the values and the culture and the behaviors they want in the business, okay? Because we need to make sure that those are in place so that when they start bringing on new people, integrating with the team, they really need to make sure that the team understands where the business is heading, because that's when they'll become more engaged, okay? So getting your vision right, values, the plan for the business, so you can share that with the team so the team knows where the business is headed. And obviously the fundamentals in terms of employment policies, employment contracts, and we work with a lot of HR consultants and other people who specialize in that area to put those sorts of things in place for our clients. All right, so they're the basics, they're the foundations. The next step in our model is staffing, okay? And that's obviously all about recruitment and getting new staff on board. And here are the 5 areas we work on for the staffing. So first is making sure that you understand what the organisation looks like, okay, and what it needs to look like. And that's the organisation map, okay? That's the term we use. The next step is making sure you've got job descriptions in place for the key roles that you're recruiting for and for the key roles that you have in the business now, okay? So that's that. The next is having a great recruitment process in place. Now, we use recruitment consultants with our clients, but there are also a lot of our clients who will recruit on their own, and we help them through that process. And we've got some unique ways that involve group interviews, phone screening, different steps that we use and different processes to make that a recruitment easy. We also make sure that there's a good induction process. So when they start with the company, those new staff members are inducted properly. And importantly, there's an integration process, which means in the first 3 months that a new staff member is joined, that there is a regular process of meetings and making sure that they're being integrated well into the business and with their workmates and work colleagues. Okay, so that's the staffing area. The third step is managing the staff well. Okay, so 3 key areas that we use there. One is having regular meetings. That's both team meetings, but also one-on-one meetings. And that the regularity of those will depend on the business and the type of team that you have. It could be monthly toolbox talks, or it could be weekly meetings with your key office staff or key direct reports. Second is making sure there are good regular reviews in place, so performance reviews or staff appraisals, and that's generally could be 6 monthly. And thirdly, making sure there are good reward and recognition policies in place, okay, so that you can make sure that they're being rewarded properly, that their KPIs and maybe bonuses and incentives tie back to the expectations in their job description, and that there's a good way to recognise the contribution that they're making. Okay, so I know I'm going through this very quickly, but it's just a quick overview of the model. The fourth area is developing the staff, okay, and the team. And that's where training comes in to improve their skills, development to develop them as people and future leaders of the business so they can take on more responsibility and less falls on your own shoulders. And lastly, encouragement, making sure that that you've got a good mindset and culture of encouraging your team, because that's when we find that they are willing to take more of a risk and accept more responsibility and take on more as well, okay? And then the 5th step, which is actually where we start most of our work with clients, is this area of starting the team building process, okay? And this is where we normally run a survey with our clients and with their staff to get team feedback. And then we have a team meeting to involve the team and get their participation and basically build on the feedback that we've received from the staff surveys. Okay, and that's where a lot of ideas are generated, and it's all about getting them involved in the whole change management process and valuing their input and valuing their ideas. Okay, and as part of that whole workshop, the team workshop process, it's about allocating responsibilities and getting them involved in the future plan and the goals that we have for the business, and making sure there's some ownership and some buy-in, and that they can take some of that responsibility. Okay, so that's very, very quick overview of our 5-step team performance model. The foundation, staffing, managing those staff, developing them, and then looking at how we actually build a strong team that works well together. So the first step, as I said, is this staff survey process. Now, on this blog site, just below this video, there's a link. If you'd like a copy of the staff survey that we use, just click on the link and that will open up your email box. Just email me and just with the subject staff survey, and I'll send you out the survey that we use with our clients. All right, so hopefully that's given you some a bit of a process, a bit of a map to think about areas that you need to work on to develop your team. If you do want to have a chat about team building, just have a quick review of what you're doing now, happy to do that. Just pick up the phone or send me that email. Happy to shoot you the staff survey. All the best, and we'll speak soon.